Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Three Nerds on a Sunday, where three nerdy friends talk about all things nerd, geek, and pop culture related. I am one third of the nerd, Sunny. The other two nerds that make up this round table are Manny and Frank. What's up, guys?
No
Hello,
one
listeners,
else. No one.
far and
No one else
wide.
is on camera. I'm alone. Okay.
You are alone in the world.
Sorry.
It is what it is. Whatever,
Oh,
guys.
that's okay. No one wants to see me enjoying my nice ranch water in my aluminum Binny Solo cup.
Jesus.
Ah, so
Sorry about that.
refreshing.
I think people would like to see that.
Oh, you got to pay extra for that.
It's Patreon content.
That's right. If we ever actually had one.
If you want to look at our Patreon, go to that patreon.com.
Go to threependejos.com and you can gotta figure it out.
Yes.
But what's up with you guys? What's going on? Anything new?
It's cold again outside, so I'm depressed again.
Yeah, it's cold. Yeah, today at work sucked. It was cold.
Yes. And Sunny is going to give me a link for a new mic.
Yes, I am.
So,
I think it's time.
I think it is.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Probably.
listener. So sorry.
That's our way of telling you
Oh,
should
you
have
know
done a
what?
while ago.
I have that headset that Manny has. Maybe I'll just use that next time.
I mean, you can do it right now, real quick.
Or now.
I mean, it's not like we can't banter for a second while you go and
I
retrieve
have
it.
to run all the way upstairs for that.
Oh, well, it's not a marathon. I mean, Jesus. Sweet baby crackers.
And why is it upstairs?
Yeah.
Nicole uses it. I don't play games online anymore.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh.
Well,
It's turned
Close
into an
match.
old loser. I don't play anything.
Go
He's
grandma.
like, I need a headset for work, and I'm like, just use these. Don't buy nothing. Like, no, man.
We got perfectly good headphones at home.
Yeah, like, don't buy nothing.
That's funny. So what's going on with you, Manny? Anything new?
Well, hold on, Frank. Don't you have the other Razer ones that I gave you?
Yeah, I mean, I got all kinds of things.
What the fuck?
I thought these were good enough. I saw you using them.
Which ones are those?
AirPods.
Oh, yeah, but then I stopped using them.
Yeah, like 20 episodes ago for
What?
10 episodes. Yeah, it was a while back.
Yeah.
Many episodes?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, give or take.
If somebody could tell us how many episodes ago, we'll give you exclusive content of some kind.
Of some kind, you will find out.
Feels like
Wink,
I'm on
wink.
it. I'm on.
Me, I'm still obsessed with the Batman.
Oh yeah.
And then out of nowhere, that deleted scene kind of came out. I guess it came out from Rattata. Rattata.
Rattata.
Rattata.
I don't know. I made that up. I'm thinking about the Pokemon.
La Rata.
Rattata.
La Rata. La Rata. Man, I'm a horrible Batman fan. Anyway.
That.
Yeah, the website.
What
What do you think I was saying? You think I was saying some
thinking about
words?
Pokemon, the Rattata.
Like I have like Tourette's and just screaming out Rattata, Rattata.
He screws up
That's
Pokemon.
like-
He screws up Pokemon names.
Oh
Only-
man.
only.
Oh man.
Oh god. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, why is
but
this dude
That's off to a great start. I love it.
Bro, I was like in the middle of talking about Batman, and you really thought I was just Tourette's saying Rattata, Rattata, and then you even try to help me.
Yeah. I know.
And the fucked up thing is, you weren't that off either.
Oh my god! And you're like, oh wait, is that what you're talking about? Never mind. Holy crap, dude!
Yeah. Yeah.
That is hilarious. But yeah, nothing much. There's a baby shower coming up, so we're preparing for that. And
Junior.
yeah. It's the first time I actually saw
I know, me too.
the name and all that. And I was like, oh crap, that's
This is real, huh?
crazy. Yeah, it's getting a little realer. So
Yeah.
that was interesting. But yeah, that's it, Sonny. How about you?
Yeah, how about you with Mr. Ranch Water?
Well, just enjoying my ranch water here, sitting here, all alone with my thoughts. No, just working a lot. Just that's about it, really. Haven't had much time doing anything else.
Man.
I watched the UFC fight night today on ESPN. That was fun. Had some Chinese food and ranch water. Enjoyed some
Oh yeah,
fights. So that was a good night.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
I used to do Chinese food and Big Bang Theory. That was like perfect combo to relax after a long day.
When was this?
A long time ago. Galaxy far, far away.
Big Bang was pretty good. I
Yeah.
thank God for HBO Max. I was able to finish it and watch it. So that was cool.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. So, not much going on in the Three Nerds world here. It's pretty much status quo. Frank is still Frank, Manny's still Manny, and I'm still me. So, nothing's changed here, guys. Go
A
ahead.
new flavor of ranch water and cold water.
and rat Pokemon. So we'll go ahead and move on to our news portion of the episode. I'll go first, real quick, just because I'm very excited. Manny brought this up on the group chat a little earlier in the week, but about 10, 12 hours ago from time of recording, it was dropped by a website called digitalspy.com that Godzilla vs. Kong 2 is happening, and it will be filming this year in Australia. Believe it was confirmed by the Australian government agency Queensland confirmed the news. Basically, I guess that when the first one filmed in Australia, it brought in like $36 million worth of economic boosts in the
cool.
area. So they're like, hey, come back and do it again. Yeah, no problem. So they're heading off again to film part 2, and I'm very excited because I was very excited.
They're probably like, we don't care if the movies suck. Come on, make another one. Make another one.
Oh, it didn't suck.
And it wasn't too bad.
That was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was what it needed to be to get more. So I accept it, love it, and I want more.
I want more.
Because I know I'm a big fan. I know I'm a big fan. I know Man's a big fan. Frank says he's a fan, but I don't know. Sometimes it's suspicious. I'm suspicious.
Well, not as
I think
not
we
as
just
good of a fan
assumed.
as you.
Suspicious.
No, yeah, I think we just assumed that Frank was a huge fan. That was our fault, Frank.
I guess I'm just a poser.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that at all.
I don't know as much as you guys, but I still like it a lot. The genre and everything.
Sure.
That's fair. I'll give you
I
that
just didn't know, like, when those twins showed up, I was like, who the hell are these? And people were like, ooh, and I was like, what? Why are you guys all excited about that?
What are you guys doing annoying?
Tell me.
How dare you be entertained? But yeah, so so that's coming up, and all the stuff with the Hollow Earth Kingdom and all that. It could be potential to bring in new old characters and even brand new ones, some new creatures, stuff like that. So I'm always up for a good kaiju fight movie all the time. So very excited.
I kind of hope they don't do the whole like universe thing again. Like I hope that doesn't happen. You get what I'm saying?
Monarch
like shared universe kind of stuff, like what everyone else is doing.
Oh, I got you.
You know they are, man.
Yeah, like the old Godzilla comes back.
Well, I hope not. I mean, even in the original franchise, they acknowledge like there's like three, four of them. Then like 3 have died already, and there's like a fourth one. So.
Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was Destroya or maybe Valentia. I'm probably pronouncing a little bit off, but one of them they acknowledge like this is the exact spot where Godzilla died about like X amount of years ago. I'm like, holy shit, that was like the third one, because the original one died, and then the next one was born from Toho that does all the crazy hero shit, and then they killed it, and then it came back and like a brand new one. And then you have the son of Godzilla, so there's a lot of them.
You mean the Biolante or whatever, the plant looking thing?
Yeah, one of those series where like it acknowledged that there's like at least 3 of them like 2 that died
okay.
per like in the past, and like there's like a third iteration, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Just make it good, make it fun, and you can have my money. So I'll toss it over to whoever wants the next piece of news, or if you guys got anything.
Yeah, I have one.
Sure.
Miss Marvel trailer. This was something I was going to bring up last week, but I obviously was not there.
Uh-huh.
And I'm so sorry, listeners, for that transgression. Please forgive me. Anyway, I watched the trailer. I did not like it. I'm not interested in it.
That's fair.
I actually didn't read the comic when with Kamala. I don't know her. I want to say Kamala Harris. I'm just an idiot.
Oh,
That's not who it is.
Jesus.
It's Kamala something Khan, I believe. Kamala Khan
that
is
sounds
the
right.
comic book character name, and they try to put her in the recent Avengers game, and
Big
she
time.
had a popular comic years before that.
And she was in a
But
game too, right?
yeah, exactly. But I just didn't like the way they portrayed it. I thought they were trying too hard, and thought it seemed like a little amateur to me. Like it just didn't look good. That's all I can say, really.
That's fair. Oh, that's fair. I mean, I think we barely touched on it last week. More like we just didn't really care about it
Yeah.
at all. But I mean, I don't care because it doesn't appeal to me at all. And the
Mhm.
TV shows in general haven't really done it for me like I wish they would.
Mhm.
Um,
Hopefully Moon
and
Knight does.
yeah, well, yeah, some's got hit out of the park here, like all from start to finish. But with this one again, another young teen superhero. I don't need that personally. So like this is great for a whole different demographic. It's going to
Yeah.
do great for that. It's needed in some aspects, but I just don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
No, I get you.
still. I think America Sanchez. I think she's coming in, and I think she's. I mean, I know she's Latin, but I don't know what race. I forgot what she's in the comic, but so they're bringing more diversity, which is good. I'm still waiting for like a Mexican hero to come out, so sometimes that'd be nice. And one that
Hopefully the
isn't
next
from
Ghost
like,
Rider is
and
Mexican.
one that isn't from like East LA or East LA or California or East LA, California. Because that's the only place that we live. So
Yeah. And we
so
only have 2 professions total.
yeah,
And
yeah.
we only care
I
about three things.
I gotta say that I'm not excited just because I don't know the character.
Mhm.
Not so much of the background and all that. If anything, I'm more excited about learning a new background.
Yeah.
Um, but I just don't know the character, so I don't know what I should be excited for and what I should expect. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she's
but I'm
she's pretty
watching it.
recently new, right?
I think so. Yeah, at
She's
Yeah.
least early
not that old.
2000s.
Oh yeah, if she didn't come out like when like the Marvel Now happened, like the very first one, and I don't know anything about her. I don't know anything about the new
But they
hero.
also
It was
changed
around
her
now.
powers in the show too. They also changed her powers in this show,
Yeah. But
which
she
is
didn't
kind
have
of
Chris
weird.
before and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they
wasn't
did.
she like yeah,
I guess they didn't want to get it confused with um, Mr.
Mr.
Fantastic.
Fantastic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
God forbid more than one hero can fly or stretch.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
I don't
true.
know, a little weird.
A little weird, but
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Moon Knight snuck up on me. I always felt like it was just months and months away.
Yeah, right.
So
It's
I'm glad it's close by.
ne-
It's Wednesday.
I think, yeah.
yeah,
Wednesday, yeah.
next week
Hey, so
coming
guess
out.
what? Next week, what the main topic is?
Is it Batman? No, it's gonna be Moon Knight, guys. Get ready.
Batman.
That's a good freaking show.
And the bats fly everywhere.
I love that freaking intro. It's like
yeah.
rivals Batman Beyond for me.
But I kind of really like it. The Batman.
Yeah. And
But
then
him
Scarecrow
against
tries to say it
Dracula.
like that in the Nolan movie. He
Oh,
almost
What
kind
was
of says
that?
it like that. Like there's a part where
Which one?
Scarecrow almost says it that way.
Oh, yeah, kinda.
He said somebody asked him like, "Who's coming?" or "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Oh, Batman."
Well, that's in part one, right? Scarecrow.
think.
Is that what you're
Oh
talking
One
yeah,
is
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's part one. It's part
Yeah.
one. He's like,
The
he's
Batman.
here. It's like, who's here?
yeah.
The Batman. But he
Yeah.
says it kind of
He
kind of
kind of hams
high.
it up though. Yeah.
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 We love Batman. So,
Me too.
yeah, I mean, I'll check it out, and I will, because I mean, I don't know if you guys are gonna watch or not. I'll watch the
Watch
first two
what?
episodes, Miss Marvel,
Oh God,
and
yes, I'm watching that.
I will
and give my
one
feedback.
and only one.
Okay, so we can talk about the
That is
first
your one
episode
shot.
when it comes out, and we'll kind of go from there. But
Okay.
yeah,
It may
um,
be worse than Omega when she comes out.
Omega, your favorite character in the world.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. So that's our quick take on that. Yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully, it's good. That's all we can hope for. So,
Yes.
you got anything for us, Manny?
I do.
Okay.
So like I said, that Joker scene kind of came out of nowhere,
Mhm.
especially if you're not following the website, not the Pokemon. Um, let me see if I could get this up here because I kind of want to read it. But Reeves, I guess, is talking somewhere, and he stated that he stated the background for the Joker. So let's see, and it's always that freaking magazine that I can't pronounce. Viator,
Um,
Variety,
variety, variety, yeah,
Variety,
variety.
Variety. Bu- 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 He said it's like the Phantom. It's like Phantom of the Opera. Reeves said of the Joker gruesome look in the film. He was a congenital. He has a congenital disease. Jesus, I'm horrible at reading. Where he can't stop
Genital?
smiling. Yes, where he can't stop smiling, and it's horrific. His face is half covered through most of the film. That was a little weird that it said that part. Maybe scene, or maybe he's talking about something else. Oh, well, I guess you can't really see
Like
him.
behind the glass or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, not he says film, so I'm guessing like in that scene,
Hmm.
um,
Yeah, Stinger.
towards the end.
Yeah.
Um, Reeves went on to say that this version of the Joker is unlike the comic book version of the Joker that Heath Ledger portrayed in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. Instead, Reeves told IGN that the reference point of Keegan, I don't know how to pronounce the actor's last name, Keegan's Joker was David Lynch film The Elephant Man. So that's something else we kind of want to see.
That's interesting. He was
Maybe
Yeah.
sympathetic though.
something about the man who laughs as well.
I think it's not about the
The
same version who
silent film.
falls the vat of the chemicals, and his face is distorted, or what Nolan did, where there's some mystery to how he got the scars on his face. Reeves explains, what if this guy from birth had this disease and he was cursed? He had this smile that people stared at, was grotesque and terrifying. Even as a child, people looked at him with horror, and his response was to say, "Okay, so a joke was played on me, and this was his nihilistic take on the world."
I am
So
not an animal.
very, very interesting.
I'm not a crook.
It is interesting. I forgot who I was watching. I can't remember the time. I kind of like their idea of what Joker could be for his world. They kind of said, what if he's like the Hannibal, the Lecter of this world, where maybe he's not directly involved, but he's like always there in the background. Batman has this weird connection go to him about some cases, like in the. Well, I think we'll get we'll talk about the scene more towards the end and the show in depth and kind of give our thoughts. But I thought that was a pretty cool idea because I mean I do like the Joker a lot, but at a certain point I just want someone to do something without the Joker
Yeah.
because it feels like a crutch sometimes.
Yes.
Where it's like, oh well, if all else fails, just bring back the Joker. I'm like, there's plenty of guys you can do a lot of great stuff with.
Hmm.
I love the Joker, but try something else.
I
Just
had the
personally.
same like complaint And after seeing this, I'm just gonna STF you right now
Mm.
because I like what they did. So I'm all right with it. But at first, I was exactly like you. I was like, come on, man, like, not again.
Yeah. No, I get it. Like I said, I mean, besides Spider-Man, Batman has the greatest, I don't say pantheon, but the greatest rose gallery of
Oh yeah,
villains out there. You got plenty to pick from, and we keep going back to the same well for good reasons. But I think we could do something else personally. But
no, I agree.
Well, we are
I
doing
just do
something
want to
else
say,
too. So, I mean, we are doing something else. It's not the same Joker that falls in the vat. You know,
Mhm.
they're changing it up.
oh sure, I
All
mean
the other
each
Jokers
Joker
that
has
we've
their own
seen,
versions, but
correct, and it's always fun to kind of see that. Like the Heath Ledger Joker was kind of cool because he didn't really have a background. I don't know
Kept
this
making
one.
up a different one.
Correct, and that
Yeah.
was awesome.
That was cool.
But I don't know. I'm not with you guys. Like I get it. Like you want to see different characters happen, and
or
sure I
give
could understand.
justice to certain characters, like Mr. Freeze.
I could understand that because then we won't get stuff like Mr. Freeze and stuff like that. Um,
Mhm.
but I like seeing these new take on these characters,
Sure.
man. And since we only get like 3 movies, you kind of have to have Joker in there somehow. So
And it's like anytime somebody new takes over, I'm sure they're dying to tackle certain characters, and it's Joker's going to be towards the top of the list for everyone.
sure.
So maybe that plays a factor. But yeah, I mean, I really love that clip. It was
Mm.
man, it was fantastic. It was more than I could have ever hoped for, to be honest with you.
Definitely.
Yeah, I thought they would have no chance at converting me, but no, yeah, they got me. They got me.
Oh, interesting. I got thoughts, but I'll bring them up later. Um, yeah. So again, I don't know. I just want to see some other besides that. But again, there hasn't. I mean, granted, Jared Little never really got a fair shake at it, so I can't even say that. We've had nothing but good Jokers, and one that has never reached a potential. So
Mm-hmm.
they've all been good. Can't complain about good stuff, but there's just so much good shit to like, again, like with this more realistic take. Imagine like Mr. Freeze with that like
Like that treatment in that world.
yeah, because again,
Yeah.
Arnold was amazing, funny, great quotes, but I mean, Mr. Freeze is such an amazing character when done right. I mean, it's fantastic storytelling. Um, Even
Yeah.
Killer Croc, you can do something really interesting with and different. Like
Mhm.
make him again. Like if you're talking about the Elephant Man, I think he would fit more in that vein of that than Joker. Again, in me personally, like the man born of a beast and trying to do good, but the world treats him like shit, and he becomes shit. And I
Yeah.
think that'd be really cool to see. But um,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
man. There's a lot of
um,
great
but
characters they could do.
yeah, there's a
You
lot
know,
of
it'd
stuff.
be cool. Like, remember in the Arkham games when the pig guy came out? What's his name? I'm a terrible fan.
Big.
The
Mr. Pig.
yeah. So
Oh,
if they did some kind of serial killer angle
oh
with
yeah.
like Mr. Pig, I mean, that would be freaking interesting in this world.
Yes.
I think,
Oh,
man. Like just as
oh,
a side villain, it doesn't have to be the main villain,
like
but
Manhunter style almost. Jesus, you know what I mean?
yeah, man. If he, and he's doing a detective thing, of course.
Yeah,
Against a guy like that, that'd be wow. That'd be awesome.
yeah. You know, or Condiment Man. No, I'm just kidding. Um, I want someone to bring that to life once, even for like one scene.
Well, like you're saying, I mean, all the rogues have such a good story behind them.
Mhm.
You can really take them for really far, each one.
Yeah, you can. Cause I know, cause I remember, I don't think none of us are big Gotham fan, but I know Frank, you were geeking out over the Polka Dot Man episode, I think it was, or Balloon Man, or I forgot what it was.
Oh, and the Gotham show?
Yeah,
Yeah, the one with the balloons where it was like one of the very first episodes.
yeah, and
Yeah,
you're
I
like,
remember that was a while back, yeah. But yeah, there was something about that one. I just thought it was interesting. it was something different, but they kind of just threw it away as a villain of the week kind of
Well,
thing.
I mean, sure, but I mean, take that general concept of turning a shitty character and giving him a backstory and making him not necessarily sympathetic, but giving him
Sure.
like I said about the Batman in general, like give the respect of that character, and you can see what he can really do.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh.
But I mean, yeah, I love this Joker rendition though. That was pretty incredible for such a short scene, and I don't know, man. A lot of it wasn't even visible. It was like you could see it, even though it was out of focus through the
Right.
glass and everything, or even just hand movements or the way something was said and stuff like that.
Yeah. 100%. Um, let's. Well, I mean, we already kind of talked about it. But we could probably talk about it a little bit more later. But um, anyone else have anything else to bring up news wise? I got one small thing, but
Not a news.
all right. So back in 2018, Steven Spielberg was talking about adapting the Black Hawks series from DC into a film, and all that have it's kind of been spinning its wheel a lot.
Mm.
And the director, what his name? His name is a name, and I don't see it right now. If I find it, I'll bring it up. But the writer of the writer of the script for Black Hawks said, and I quote, "We have a script that's very good, and we will think about it, and we think it's all very good. There's a lot of management changes at Warner Bros, so I think it's been kind of waiting for that to settle down, and then for them to decide what they want to do with the DC universe, and so on and so
Oh,
forth. So." And then at the end of the quote, it just says, and it's one of those movies that's going to need $200 million. So
that's good.
we'll try to get those whales off the beach is a big process.
Yeah.
So the original Black Hawks came out about like 1941, World War II era style, and in the design and everything. They're like pilots, and they did secret missions, and they kind of fought like creatures and Nazis and all that kind of stuff. So it was like, for time period, it worked really cool.
Yeah, cool
They
idea.
yeah, and
There
then
was a New 52 comic on it as well.
right, yeah, they tried to do a new rendition of it back with New 52. Gave them all black suits. They look more like GI Joe esque style,
Yeah.
like stuff like that. And I like that idea. And um, I like the Blackhawks in concept. I don't know anything about the characters specifically, so I think this is a great opportunity to do something brand new with it, like they did with Guardians. It was based off of something,
Hmm.
but no one really knew them, and it's your chance to do something different and cool, and you kind of have like free reign. So if it's not Spielberg or someone at least Spielberg trusts to do this, I think if anything, they'll have a really fun action adventure film that DC could put out and be like, hey, we actually can make money off of a decent film. So
Yeah.
um, that's all I can really
I
hope
think
for. So
I think it could work. Just sucks that things are getting shuffled, and now maybe the new people are going to be like, well, I'm not going to stake my career on this. And it turns out it doesn't do well, then I'm screwed because I'm new,
right,
and that kind of thing.
yeah. So we'll see where it goes. Hopefully, it gets some kind of movement. I would like to see it, but at this point in time, I'm going to say no. But
Yeah.
here's the hoping. So
Another one that makes me sad is Guillermo del Toro's Justice League Dark that got
yeah,
shelved.
yeah.
Oh my God, that's beyond perfection right there. Like
Oh
that
yeah.
matchup right there.
Oh, and I mean, like the people he wanted was like Constantine,
Yep.
Satana, Swamp Thing. I mean,
Hmm.
he was gonna. Oh my God, that movie would
He
have
was
been.
gonna go for it, man.
Yeah, if anything, it would have been gorgeous for film to
Oh hell
watch.
yeah. And he
But
would have done those characters justice. Like they
oh yeah,
wouldn't have been simple like Swamp Thing wouldn't have been just some ugly, stupid monster. He would have had a lot of layers to him and
oh yeah,
stuff like
oh yeah, 100%. So I don't know. I mean, that man produces a lot of stuff, and he has a lot of ideas, but no one wants to give him the money to do it, and which is
that.
weird. Just let him do his thing. It works. It just works.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, he can keep making stuff, and one day he can get his Mouth of Madness movie made.
That too. He's been wanting that forever.
Oh yeah, I think that's like
I
a
mean,
top
what
of
else
his
does he
list.
have to do besides the award he won and everything?
Uh,
Goddamn, dude.
not ask for a budget that's too high.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, like, granted, like you might need a little money, but I don't know, but I'm assuming it's gonna be in the 200, 300, 350 million range.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Ugh, Lovecraft
They're
don't
like,
sell like that.
dude, I don't
Sorry."
know.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
it's like, they believe in him, and it just, I don't think they believe that audiences will get them their return
yeah,
on
exactly.
their money that they're putting out.
Yeah.
Lovecraft, like as popular as
That's like the
Lovecraft
bigger
is,
problem.
I don't like again as popular as he is with nerds and the world of readers. I don't think the populace, the common moviegoers would be like, oh, let's go watch that. They'd be like, what the fuck is that? I don't care.
Yeah, it's not
So
gonna have enough mass appeal
yeah, so
unless
which
like they made it trendy, like A24 kind of thing,
yes, which might work.
and then
Eh,
people would be like, "Oh, let's go see this,"
It's artsy.
like
So
Green Knight or whatever. I've heard people were really divided on that one.
as they should be.
I haven't seen it.
The story sucks, and the movie was visually great, but I didn't like it. Um, but
Okay,
anywho,
I
that's
probably
for
have no hope. I'm not gonna watch it.
the authorial canon world. I'll say that for another podcast. But yeah, so that's it for my news, guys. I think if we're done, we should move on to nerdouts.
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, okay then. We got the green light. Let's go. I'll go first. Why the hell not?
Okay.
So, due to Frank and our friend and number one, you two guys have got me into kind of a Ninja Turtle kick. So
Oh.
I decided to watch the three original films
Oh, nice.
this week. So,
Okay.
and they are still great and they're still fun, and I still like the third one. So, and it's crazy how the tone in the first one is vastly different to part two and three. I mean, it's like A side and B side is so weird.
The tone? Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
it's crazy. I mean, I love the tone of the first one, and
Me too.
there was a fun tidbit. I don't know. I bring up people either forget or don't realize it. After the controversy of the first one from parents going, "Oh, it's too violent and dark for kids." Oh, in part two, they're not allowed to use their weapons that often. Like Leo's not allowed to use his swords. Sticks are fine. Raph can't really do much, so it was all like punching and kicking, and it wasn't too much like weapon violence in there, which I thought was funny because if you don't if you don't know that, you don't really notice it. Maybe you do, but I thought it
for
was
a long time, but then once you know, you're like, wow.
yeah.
I mean, the first scene alone is like,
yeah.
Mikey's using like sausages for nunchucks.
He's using deli meat.
Yeah.
And then like
combo.
and then I think like Donnie uses like a foam bat and like a clown. So, the first scene really does set the tone.
Mm-hmm.
But the first one is still an instant classic, 100%. It's fantastic. Great. It's great. I love how it takes it serious, even though they're giant turtles and they're teenagers at that who know kung fu.
What makes me laugh is the cab guy who's like, the guy in the back's all worried. He's like, "What the hell was that?" He's like, "I don't know. It looked like a big turtle." It's so hilarious. He just says it like it's nothing, like it's a Tuesday.
It's New Yorkers, man. They see some shit.
So it's kind of like one example where they're like, they know, they're like tongue in cheek, but
yeah,
know, like
yeah, it's and in fact that takes place in New York. That's completely normal. Like even just in a daily basis.
He's not fazed by anything. He's just
he's like I saw
a guy in a big turtle costume.
Like, I saw a giant rat mug a person. I don't give a shit. But and Shredder is really intimidating in that one. Like as a kid, I wasn't scared of him, but I can see kids going like, "Oh my god!"
And which one? Part two?
Like
one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Going around like backhanding people, yelling at people. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, dude.
It's like, come down, man. Shit.
Chill.
We're just trying to steal some stuff for you, man. Dang. Trying to hang on this cool hideout with a bunch of art, with a bunch of games and a skate park.
I actually missed Casey in the second and third movie. Like, he didn't. I mean, in the third one, he got a lot of comedic stuff, but in the second
Yeah.
one, he was, I
He
guess
was gone.
they couldn't because all he does is beat people up with sticks and stuff.
Yeah. They're like, he's too violent. Get him out of here.
Like, not for kids. Get him out of here.
Yeah. And he was great in the first
He
one.
was-
He was a nice touch.
When he
Nice
showed
addition.
up to help them at the antique store,
Yeah.
like breaks the door open. That was awesome.
Yeah. And his little interaction with the ref when he's leaving the movie theater.
Oh yeah,
That was great introduction. The fight scenes are still awesome. I love the look of it. Like it felt raw and gritty, like New York did back in the 70s and 80s, where like it just felt dirty and grimy and just fit the whole aesthetic. Yeah, I mean, I can see again, not that it's justified in any way, because I think kids should be allowed to see certain things as long as there's a happy ending on it. I forgot the name of the theory, but it's like if you show kids pretty much anything, but as long as there's a happy ending, they can accept it and take it. So and here like when Splinter's hanging up on the fence, all beat up and like.
Yeah.
And like in chains, like but then again at the end he wins and he's fine, so it balances out.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. So part two is I don't remember when it came out, but this is definitely more kid like for like young teens and preteens. A lot of comedy. It's more colorful. It looks cleaner. Just in general, Secret of the Ooze. Just curious when it came out because I think
I would say that came out
like 92.
Yeah.
92.
Wasn't that long.
92, 90?
90 is the first one.
91.
91.
Yeah.
I was right in the middle.
I was born that year. January, February, March. It came out March, so I wasn't even born yet. I definitely watched part 2 and 3 more because I think it was more suitable. But
Nope. Not having camera on didn't save him. Yeah, we didn't hear you.
Can you still hear me now or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. What'd you guys hear last?
Nothing.
You watched 2 and 3 more just because it was more for like kids, younger kids.
That's what you think. And we lost him again.
Oh. Mr. Wyatt, where'd you go?
Mr. Wyatt. Oh, he's gone.
Okay.
He's back.
Can you hear me now?
Talk to us.
It's like the Undertaker.
After I come out of the bathroom from drinking at the Opera House. So, where I left off? Oh, okay.
Like Opera House for a second, but no, I know.
Yeah. Secret of the Ooze. So, the second one, still funny, still really good action.
Oh, yeah.
I do enjoy it a lot. I think that one I saw more out of all three of them when I was growing up, 100%. And 3 still has supposed to place in my heart, but I definitely do love this one a lot more. Just as a nostalgia piece, I guess. The first one, without question, I think is the best by far. This one is very fun, and of course, the greatest characters ever made for Teenage Mutant Turtles, in my opinion, Toka and Razor. I love those guys with all my heart.
They were so funny. I had it on for the kids, and as an excuse for me to put it on, and they were laughing when they were saying, like hitting each other on the head a little after they were born.
Yeah. bang.
Yeah, bang. Oh, that's really
Yeah,
cool.
I love those guys with a passion. So, um, and Shredder, I mean, Shredder's in it. He's definitely more toned down. He's not as scary because you see him in broad daylight. And he's just a purple man with a big can on top of his head. Um,
Yeah.
well, and
Baby!
They're
uh,
stupid. They're not
um,
stupid. They're Winston.
trying to think here. Oh, and of course, Vanilla Ice. Go
Yeah.
Ninja, go Ninja, go.
They're
How do you not
stupid.
love that song? It's on my Spotify playlist. Just saying.
I'm not surprised.
And fun wrestling fact: Kevin Nash plays Super Shredder at the end of Secret of the Ooze. Just in case you didn't know that.
Nice.
And then Kino, I think is
Yeah.
his name. Yeah, Kino. I believe he was Michelangelo in the first or the body double in the suit
that's
in
crazy.
Teenage Mutant Turtle 1. So then they gave him a role in part 2.
Nice.
Fun facts for everyone. Pew, pew, pew. But yeah, this one is a lot more kid friendly. A lot more fun, but like intentionally fun and not like bad goofy fun. It's just good. It's a good time for everyone. Definitely, probably if you're gonna show it to your kids, show part 2 first, and then when they're a little older, show them 1 so they can appreciate it a little bit more.
I used to get freaked out in the first one when Raph would scream sometimes.
Yeah,
Like, he would creep me out. Like I wouldn't understand it really. Like I'd be like, why
right.
is he screaming like that? Like I don't know.
Yeah,
And yeah,
it's
definitely show number 2 first.
yeah. Just get them introduced into the turtles, and they'll love it for forever. I promise you.
Yep.
Let's go on to part 3. Part 3 is very div- divisive for a lot of fans because I feel like you either love it or you hate it. I've met very few people who go like I can take it or leave it or it's fine. I have people who adamantly hate it or those who like with all their heart love it, and I'm the one that loves it. Um, to start off with, when I was a kid, and to this day still I really enjoy like the idea of the samurai and all that kind of stuff. So when I saw like Ninja Turtles in samurai suits, sign me in, sir. Take my money. So
Yeah, totally.
and it deals with time travel, and and it's kind of funny how like they managed to even explain the time travel quickly and it made sense and that was it. Just move on. And we're like, what?
Yeah.
Like how do all these other movies fail at that, but you guys did it like in one sentence. So, but yeah, it's cool. They actually get to use their swords again, not as often. Like Leo uses it a little bit. Like there's still times where like he has them out, but he ends up just like turning around and just kicks someone in the face. But every now and then he uses his sword. So,
Yeah.
you know, there's guns in there and all that kind of stuff.
They
And
get kind of pervy though, the turtles.
Do they?
They get
just
kind
a
of
little bit,
pervy, dude.
little bit.
I don't know when I just watched it too. Like I watched all 3 in the last month or so. Not
Yeah,
that recently, like Sunny, but
yeah,
I was like, dude, what the hell? They're all pervy and stuff.
yeah. They're a little perfect. I mean,
In what sense?
They say "Shwing" at one point
yeah.
because April like I don't know, she gets like her clothes gets wet or something, and then she has to like rip her pants, and then they're looking at her, and then she's like, guys, and they're like, what? Swing.
Bro,
Hilarious.
I remember that.
And what's funny is little kids won't get it though. Like
It's true.
even though they're doing the motion
Oh
stuff, they will
my
not understand.
gosh, dude.
It's very true.
I
Yeah.
didn't know what that was.
No,
You
I
are
didn't either.
right. Oh
It's
man,
the Wayne's
that's a
World
good
thing,
call
right?
out.
That's where it really comes from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where it comes
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
It's
And
hilarious because then they're just staring at her, and she's like, "Hey, what the hell? What? Swing."
and the funny thing is like Mikey has always had a crush on April in all the movies, but yeah,
Yeah.
in this one it was just like a little more like overt with it because like in part 2 it's like April, I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. He's on the phone and like, oh, shut up, Mikey.
Oh
So it was
yeah.
like a little yeah. So it was like playful. It was playful and funny. But then the
So funny.
swing, I'm like, ooh, hey there.
The
I
way he
don't
did
see
that
no.
on one like reminds me of like my 5-year-old. Like anytime I'm talking to somebody That's exactly what she like. She'll get all over the phone and be like, "Hey, hey, 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 hey," and they'll be like, "Yeah, what? I love you," and then laugh and then run. It's like crazy as to get out of here. Exactly what making me
That's
laugh, man.
that's funny. That is hilarious. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
three
I
is
watched Casey and when he takes the displaced samurais to the like a local bar, like a
yes,
modern age bar.
yeah.
They don't want to leave and stuff.
No, they do not want to leave. They they love TV and hockey and donuts. Don't blame them. Those are all great things. Um, I love the scene where he's teaching them how to play hockey, and the thing that they remember from hockey on TV was them getting in fights. So as soon as he says, "Okay, I'm gonna drop the puck. Are you ready to play?" Yeah. He drops the puck, and they just start beating the shit out of each other, and it's hilarious, and it makes me laugh so much. I don't know
Like
why. It was a hysterical scene.
you're in
Those
Slapshot and like hockey movies and stuff. That's probably like resonate more for you.
Oh yeah, big time. So I was like, that is hilarious. They're like, huh? Wow! They just start beating the shit out of each other. It's funny. The bad guys are not nothing special. They're just there to be bad guys. Not much to them. There is a little heart to it with one of the female leads in the film. She's like the lover to the emperor's son that was transported back to or transported to the future and all
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. And she has to work with the turtles and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
Raph makes a bond with like her son. And
Oh yeah.
it's kind of cool scenes. Like it's nice, like because like
It
Raph
was
is
for the scene actually, because it felt like a connection with the kid.
yeah. Yeah, because the kid's kind of a hothead and Raph is too, and like Raph actually learns like, oh, I kind of have to be a teacher to this kid, and kind of takes the teachings from Splinter and goes, oh shit, he's like, I sound like Splinter now. Damn, he got me. So
He's like, "Oh, I'm getting old now," or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
The kid had a
So
funny name too. It was like catchy. I don't remember though.
oh, it was Toshi, I think.
Toshi, yeah.
Toshi,
Like,
my man. Hey.
yeah, it's like, hey, don't be so tough or don't be so mean. I don't know
Yeah.
what he.
So, um, and this and the humor definitely continues carries on from the second film into the third one. Um, the third one's a little bit longer than the second one, I think by like maybe 10 minutes. But it's only like an hour 32 minutes, something like that. Maybe like 5 minutes longer, but um, I understand why people don't like it or some don't. Um, I think people more my age who are like really young kids or maybe age range from 3 to like 8 could probably like this movie a lot like I did because this came out in '93, so I was 2 years old, and by the time I could comprehend it, I was like maybe 4 or 5, maybe even 6, and I would watch that and Secret of the Use back to back, and then I just started to watch the Secret of the Use pretty much all the time. Uh, I think it generally is a good movie. Yeah, it's a little off the. There's not as much action. They definitely try to put more of a heartwarming story, I guess is the best way to put it. To give it a little more humanity, and that could definitely maybe bog it down if you don't do it properly or what people want. Because
Yeah.
like we got that in the first one, but it was more involved with the turtles themselves and like Raph always getting in fights with Leo because he wants to lead or he's kind of like the hothead of the group and he has to learn how to be part of part of the team and all that.
Yeah.
Part two, they have to learn of their origins. They have to come to terms with who they are, and you're like, hey, we're just turtles, man, and that's all we can be. So,
Yeah.
and this deals with like love and kids and connections, all that kind of stuff. And some people will get it, some won't, or some just don't want that out of a Ninja Turtles movie, which I fair enough. I mean, the
Yeah.
turtles were made to sell toys, like a lot of the shows in the '80s were. So you know, you can't really expect too much from them, I guess.
Yeah.
um, so
As a companion to this, I would say The Toys That Made Us on Netflix.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
Yep.
it goes into a lot of depth here with this, and actually explains a little bit about why they changed from the first movie to the second movie.
Mhm.
And it was just because the toy line was so monumental at the time that they couldn't sell the movie toys that well. So they're like, we need to change this movie so that we can boost our toys again.
That's funny. It's like we can't sell the toys from the first one until 25 years later when all these grown ass nerds are adults with money.
I bet you they never really saw that coming. Like
No, I mean, like if
Yeah,
You
they
you,
probably didn't.
yeah, because I mean, if you stop and think about it, the turtles have never gone away. They've been here since the '80s. There's always
yeah.
some kind of new show, always some new
hmm
toys. They just don't go away. Like they're always here.
But what's funny is the only ones that are selling right now is the stuff that's for our age.
Yeah, yeah. So
The 90, maybe the first two movies and then the original series
yes.
cartoon.
Oh yeah, which that ties in kind of with this. I pulled the trigger on a couple of them because I'm gonna resell a few of them just because I'm like, hey, these are my toys I want later, and these can sell later. But I did buy the Toka and Razor 2 pack, both of them. The one from the '92 movie, and then they made a variant with the cartoon color versions of them,
Yeah.
and again, those are my favorite characters, so I had to buy
hmm
them. And then the third pack I bought for myself came with the Rat King from the '80s TV show.
Yeah.
That toy, I don't know why. That was one of my favorite toys from that
Yeah.
line when I was a kid. I used to love that toy. So like, well, I'm adult and now it fits me more better now. I'm gonna buy it. So
I remember
I
you had that. Yeah. You
I
were
got the
obsessed
Rat
with
King.
it.
Yeah, I got the Rat King figure.
That
So
one's
that was kind of cool.
been hard to find for a while, so it's good that you got it. But
Yeah, yeah. So
yeah, that stuff is coming back really hard. And yeah, like you, I was watching the movies too, so some of the stuff you're saying is fresh in my mind right now.
yeah, and I haven't watched that semi kind of sequel one, like the animated one that came out like
Oh yeah.
20 mid 2010s, I think, or like 2028,
It was called Tales of the Ninja Turtles or something like that, or
something like that. Yeah,
it's live
it's
action though, right? It's like
no, it's there's an animated one that came out
oh okay.
that like I mean, kind of think of like the Ronin storyline like now, but like Raph
Mhm.
goes off to be like a superhero that like works on
Mhm.
his own, or like Leo does it, something like that. And then they have to fight like monsters that show up in New York because this guy is opening this portal to to some other world that brings in these monsters. But they actually, I believe,
Mm.
they reference stuff from the second and third film, so technically you can look at it as canon. Um,
Yeah. I
so
don't even
yeah,
remember that at all.
yeah, I don't think a lot of people do. I think it's kind of flew on the radar. But yeah, I haven't watched that. I'm gonna watch it, and I'll talk about it next week. Part of my nerd outs. But I've been
Cool.
kind of on a nostalgia kick, I guess. Like I've been listening to a lot of like punk pop, rock stuff, and like some emo stuff when I was like a young teenage boy, watching Ninja Turtles, buying the figures and all that kind of stuff. Just like,
Yeah.
oh man, that was good times.
Yeah.
It was rough for
Yeah.
for a lot of parts, but man, I did have a lot of good stuff too, though.
Oh yeah, nostalgia. It's always great to go back to,
Yeah.
but it's kind of a double-edged sword
Yeah. Oh, big time.
because they can get you. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
they got you buying Toka in two different versions and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck me.
But I mean, NECA makes nice stuff. So the movie stuff they make is always really nice.
Mhm.
And the Toka Rays they're really big characters,
Yeah.
so they're really represented nicely as far as like really big characters.
Hmm. Yeah. Greatest things ever made. I love them. I would probably name my dogs after them one day.
Oh, that would be cool actually. Hey, Toka,
But
Toka. The dog's name? Toka. Toka. And then what's the other dog's name? Razor.
Razor,
And Razor. Okay. Come on, Toka. Come on, Razor.
yeah. But that's it for my nerd outs. I've talked enough about the titles, so I'll let you guys go ahead and do your nerd outs.
Looks like a big turtle.
You go,
Any would
Frank.
like to go? Me? Okay. I got three. They're all pretty quick. Jackass Forever. Anybody watch that?
No,
Which one?
sadly.
Jackass Forever, the latest one.
No, I've been wanting to watch it. You just
Yeah,
reminded me.
yeah,
It
I
is
guess see it.
entertaining for sure. It's everything you expect,
Hmm.
and it's gonna really be interesting what reaction you have to it now versus the previous one.
Sure.
Because the last one is I don't know how long ago now, like maybe 10 years or more. It's
I'll just say 10. It sounds right.
been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I laughed and I was entertained, but also there's part of me that was just like, ooh, I don't really feel like watching this. I don't know, like, but it's like you can't turn it off. You gotta kind of finish it, and it's not in a bad way. I don't know if I'm describing it the right way, but I watched it and it's worth a watch. I'll just say that much. Um, and then besides that, I played a game called Century: Age of Axes. It's like a dragon combat game,
Okay.
which I've always wanted for a very long time. The last one was like for the launch of the PS3 called Lair, if you guys remember that.
Where you like rode on back of a dragon?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, okay. I do
really
remember that.
cool, but man, they wanted you to control it by physically moving the controller,
That's right.
and
That's
it
right.
was just ruined it really badly to have to do that. So ever since, I mean, I don't think there's been another game. Maybe there's been one or two here or there, but nothing really major. So this is something I wanted for a long time.
Yeah.
And at first it was being shown as a PC only game, but now it's on Game Pass for free.
Nice.
And it's kind of just like a multiplayer flying game where you try to kill each other with dragons. Um, what sucks, obviously, about it being free is that there's a lot of microtransactions so that you can buy armor and all kinds of stuff for your dragon. And I think there are like four basic classes, and each dragon is definitely different. There's some that maneuver better, some are faster. They
Sure.
all have different abilities and all that stuff. So
Right.
as for a free game, I mean, it's fun and it scratches that itch that I've had for a while for like a dragon flying game. So
Oh yeah. I
graphics are
mean,
good. It's a lightweight game. It's not like it's one of those 90 gig games. It's really annoying to download.
right. Yeah.
And it's
Yeah. I feel like that's a market of gaming no one's ever really been able to tap into and do it successfully for some reason. I don't know why. It seems
yeah.
like a slam dunk, but
hmm Yeah, it seems like that would be something that's really popular and really easy or something.
yeah.
But yeah, I think it's really cool. Definitely check it out. I don't know if it's coming to PlayStation, to be honest with you. Um, I have a feeling it might, but right now I believe it's just PC and Xbox.
Oh well, if you got one of those consoles or whatever, you can play it there and experience it for yourself, guys. Because I do not have that.
Yeah. And my last one is Turtles as well. All the nostalgia has come back, watching movies and all that stuff. There was a game announced recently. I don't know if you guys heard of it, called the Cowabunga Collection, and
Oh,
it's
It's
going to be
just
on pretty much
it's
every
just all the
console,
yeah. Hmm.
all the old games that you played as a kid. So it's got
was
Turtles
that
in
a while
Time.
ago? Or
There's another one that was announced.
oh, okay,
It's that one's kind of a remake rather than like a collection.
gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
And that one was supposed to come out last year, but they kind of just never said anything again, and it
Oh,
still
okay.
hasn't come out. So I don't know what's up with that one. But this one is just like a collection of all the old games. I believe they said you can play multiplayer online, and then it
Oh, that'd be
collects,
cool.
I don't know, 9 or 10 games. So it's all the ones I used to play, like the NES, Game Boy, arcade games. Um, Turtles in Time probably the most popular, and
Yeah.
then so there's trailers and everything. You can go watch that. I don't think it comes out though for quite a while, like December or something. But
Oof.
yeah, it's like, well, I don't know what's taking so long with this one
Yeah.
and the other one too, because it's just like a 2D fighters. But besides that, I actually been reading the IDW series of Turtles, and
Okay.
I got them from the library because the books themselves are like $40 for each collection,
Yeah.
and there's like 13 volumes, I think.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, no way I'm doing that. I kind of stopped buying books to be honest with you because I look at them once and I never look at them again, and so I just
Same.
been doing the library route. So I read the first volume. It's what is it, like 10, maybe 10 issues, and I mean what I like about it is that it's familiar, but they changed a lot of things to make it interesting.
Mm.
So April's a little different, and everybody's all a little bit different. The turtle origin is slightly different, and how they interact initially is different. Um, like a lot of the villains are different, so there's a lot of differences. If you're kind of tired of the same old thing, like if you like us, like we already know the movies, we know some of the old comics and games. So if you're tired of the same old thing, they definitely have changed it up enough to where it's interesting. But I'm only one volume in, and what I like is like Splinter himself. He seems more like a master than like in the 1990 movie. He's so feeble that I just, and not that I didn't buy him. I think we just caught him at an old age where he just couldn't fight anymore.
Sure.
And it was a little like disappointing we never got a Splinter in the movies that could fight, and you see him fight and beat people up, which would have been kind of cool to see. Because if he trained them, I want to see how he fights and stuff.
Do you count the Michael Bay ones as turtle movies? Because I think he fought in that
Yeah,
one.
Oh my gosh.
I watched it once, and I just never watched those again. So
Okay,
I
that's
mean,
fair.
yeah, they're okay. I mean, no, they're not even okay. Yeah. I actually just forgot they exist. Like, it's not even like a point of anger. It's a point of like just dismissive. I just
Just
dismissed it. Yeah. So, did he fight in those or something? Is that what
I
you brought
think he
up?
fought in the first one. I kind of remember him getting into it with Shredder a little bit.
Oh,
But don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure.
yeah.
But it sounds like something he did. So
But yeah, the comic series so far is really cool. I mean, it's getting into some of the characters I haven't touched on too much at all, so it's kind of fun for me to learn about them in that way, like Shredder's daughter, and they definitely dive into the whole history behind Shredder and Splinter, and then the four brothers thing is there, of course. Um, but yeah, I mean, and then they're kind of introducing the Dimension X stuff early. Kind of fun to me. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about that. Like for some reason, the original cartoon, I don't remember almost anything about it. Like I remember obviously the intro and like maybe the first season.
oh yeah, well, I
The
think that
toys, I remember the
from
toys,
what I
but
remember, they touch on it a lot. Like they actually go to Dimension X and fight Kang, and that's where I see like the big eye ship or
oh
tank or
yeah,
whatever.
the drone
Like
thing.
yeah, like I think it's been again. That could be wrong. It's been a long time. But I think they spent like a whole season in there. I think
I think yeah.
I could be wrong,
I
but
mean, my main memory is like the toys when we were kids, and then the
right.
games.
Yeah.
That's the main two things for me. So,
Yeah.
and the movies. So, this is cool. I mean, I find it pretty cool so far. So, I'm on the second volume, working my way through that. So I think it's still running, man. It's like freaking 13 volumes in. So there's a lot to
Ooh,
read there. And then the last Ronin final issue, I believe, just came out.
nice.
So I gotta kind of catch up because I've only read the first two issues.
Very
But
good.
that's it. That is it. That's like 2 weeks worth because I didn't do mine last week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oopsies.
All right. So I'll go.
Sounds good to me.
So I'm gonna leave the one nerd out that I've been nerding out on for the last one. But so I watched a movie this week called Deepwater. Did you guys hear about this?
Yes.
Nope, I don't think I did.
It's a Ben Affleck movie, and it's with the girl from
James Bond.
Yep. What is the name? What's the name of the movie?
Oh, she was also in Knives Out as well. She was like the main lead girl.
Oh, the Armas or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the James Bond movie called?
Oh, No Time to Die.
No
No
time,
Time
die.
to
Thank
Die.
you, sir.
This movie was very unique
Mhm.
at first, and then it kind of just went nowhere. So I can't recommend you guys watch it.
Mhm.
But if you want like a different take on a thriller, sure. But at the end, you're gonna probably be disappointed in it. So I can't say I can't recommend this 100% with it.
What is it called again? Something blue.
Deep water, deep blue sea.
That's
Okay,
all.
I'm gonna
No,
watch that.
Actually,
deep
you're
water.
probably better off seeing that.
So yeah, I don't know if you guys have any questions about it or what, but you guys can watch it. It's on Hulu. Like I said, the first part of the movie is very good, and then it just kind of just somewhere just drops its load and doesn't look back for it. Next one I started yesterday. Halo came out on Paramount Plus.
That's right.
I think a couple episodes are there. So far, it just doesn't feel well done. It almost feels fan fiction. And without doing too much of a like an insult, it almost feels like a BBC show. If you guys know what I mean by that.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so where the BBC show has some animation in there, and it's pretty good for a show, but not too great.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know, man. The guy who's playing Master Chief, his voice doesn't really sit with me well yet. So that's a little weird, but yeah.
That's
well, no, never mind. I read some articles, but I don't know if it's like a spoiler or something. So I'll just leave it as is. But that doesn't sound great.
They're not following the game at all. So I mean, maybe that's why it feels a little different. I mean, like I think Master Chief takes off his helmet.
Okay,
pretty early on.
That's what I was gonna bring up. I didn't know if that was not like a big thing or whatever.
Maybe it was, but I mean, it's just weird. So people have to prepare for that.
Yeah.
And then right before we started this podcast, Violet and I have been trying to watch some shows, and kind of just catch up on some movies.
Yeah.
So that's why we saw Deepwater, Halo. I watched by myself. We finished The Therapist Next Door finally, with Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd. So that is an awesome show. Very entertaining on Apple TV Plus. And then we started another one called Severance. And this one's super unique too. Like this one so far is pretty good. It's a sci-fi to a certain degree. Basically, I can't give it away. You gotta watch the first episode because I like how lost I felt with the first episode. But it's something that I don't know. You just gotta watch the first episode. But Adam Scott's in it.
I like him.
John Turullo, I think his name is the guy who played Falcone.
Oh, okay.
He's in it. I think that's about it. But that's a very, very interesting show. And I wish I kind of caught on that one sooner. But now I have all these episodes.
Nice.
Severance, right?
What was that?
Severance.
Severance. Yep.
I looked that up.
And then we, Frank and we recently hung out. I think last Sunday. We didn't talk about it. Well, because it was last Sunday. We were watching a pretty good movie, in your living room. I forgot what it was called though. Oh, Windfall.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, that seemed pretty interesting. So like a robber is basically caught inside the house when they come back home from vacation, and then kind of goes from there. So
yeah,
that was pretty interesting.
Finish it, or did you thought it was interesting enough what you saw and then you didn't get around to it?
Yeah, because I think by that time we had to leave and all that.
Yeah. No, I meant to keep watching it because I'm gonna have to go back. But I would say anybody interested, definitely give it a shot.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's I don't know their names. I should. I might know one name. Lily Collins, I think, is in it, right? Is that her?
That's the one name you know?
Yes. I only know the other tall guy name from How I Met Your Mother, Marshall. I don't actually know his name. I just know him as Marshall forever and ever. And then the creepy guy from Breaking Bad, the last two seasons, with the teacup. or that weird
what
guy in a
Violet,
teacup one.
what Violet calls him, fake Matt Damon.
Fake Matt Damon, yes, fake Matt Damon. From what I saw, it was interesting. It was weird at times, just because, again, it feels like an indie style film. It takes its time. It lingers on a lot of shots. But I might go back and finish it because I think it's a pretty short film overall. I think it's like an hour 20, hour 30, something like that maybe.
Then we almost finished it.
Oh, so
Yeah,
I gotta go back and watch it. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty interesting. The cast is really good. I mean, those three are really great actors in their own right. So, but it was a little hard for me to watch because I was playing with the kids and they would keep like, "Hey, look at this! Hey, look at this! Hey, look at this! Hey, hey!" I'm like, "Oh, okay." So, I probably missed some stuff.
Hey, Mr. Means, look at me.
He's me.
Stop doing things. Stop.
Yeah. So that was pretty interesting. And yes, we did hang out, had a good time. We ate some burgers and hot dogs and many tried to buy some ranch water to have it dropped off at the house with no success, unfortunately.
Yeah, I could not find any of it.
Where did you buy that?
Well, I got my case today from Tony's. No, Tony's. From Binny's.
I was looking around at Jewel today, and I was like, "There's no ranch water here. Nobody sells ranch."
You gotta go to Binny's, sir, the place where they sell alcohol.
Oh, you did say Jewel. You did say Jewel before.
Jewel had, they have extensive alcohol library.
Yeah, yeah, they got some stuff. And like certain locations, not all of them have it. So it's just one of those things. But I love my ranch water. Oh, sorry. Let's get back to your nerd outs. Do you got anything else?
You sure? All right, and then I put Smartless here, but I can't remember why I put Smartless here. Oh, I remember another one. So rewatchables got me, so they're kind of holding on to me. I think I'm good now, but I do want to watch Titanic again. Okay. It made me feel good that I thought this was a great film, and they were like spilling over it, how great it is, yet still making fun of it. So I'm like, cool. I don't feel bad now for wanting to watch this movie again. So at some point, Violet and I are going to watch this movie again and enjoy it. Some interesting stuff in there.
I saw it with my grandpa when I was like 12 in the theater.
Yeah. So this theater probably, I think it started December or January and then went all the way to March. So it was like 17 weeks straight or something like that in the theaters, which is a big deal. First movie to cross $1 billion. It was very, very talked bad about, thinking it was going to fail. A lot of bad stories on it. So I don't know. It was really good. What was that?
Why was that though? Like, why did people have that bias?
Because it didn't go well filming. Like a lot of complaints. People got sick. The water and stuff like that. So I guess just a lot of bad talk just snuck out.
Burning a lot of stuff like that. Or...
Yeah, I think so. And then James Cameron won, I think, Best Director. And he's the first to direct it, edit it, write it, and I'm missing one, I think, more. I'm forgetting one more, but produce it, I guess. So he did all those. So he was the first one to do all that. But yeah, that was very interesting, and I'm trying to make time to watch it because, as you guys know, it's like a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
Yep. Back in the day, it was when you bought a VHS, it was a two VHS in the box, and in the movie would say part 1, insert part 2.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and I think the VHSs were gold, or like the tip of the thing was, or like the flap was gold. Something was gold on it, I think. Could be wrong.
It's
but
like insert part 2. Oh wait, it's not rewound.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I just remember seeing the water.
Yeah. Yep. Oh shit. Oh boy. So Titanic. I've never rewatched. I saw it when I was like a young child boy, and I never rewatched it since. I am curious. I am curious.
Yeah, it's gonna be 25 years that it's been out too. And then I don't know how many years, but April 25th is coming up, and I believe that's the anniversary of the Titanic as well.
Oh wow.
So yeah, fun stuff. And I put smart lists, but like I said, I can't remember why I put smart lists here. And then the last thing is my main nerd out. I try to watch it every day. I try to watch it at lunch. I try and knock out a couple episodes at night. And this is Attack on Titan.
Yes.
I am on season 4 already.
Okay.
Damn.
Yep. And can't remember. I think like 10 or 11. I think of season 4. So I'm getting pretty close to the dubbing stopping. And I would have to make a choice if I want to wait for the dub or watch it subtitled.
There's no choice. Wait.
Do or do not. There's only one choice.
Far. You have to like wait now.
Yeah.
No, I can't, man, because
the
the
story turns into
story.
like a different series for me, man. When that happens, I'm like, dude, I can't do this. These are not the same characters. Like,
Yeah.
It
changes the big time.
It's gonna suck too, man, because I just grew to like love these voices and stuff like that. Maybe not love, but like recognize these voices and everything like that, and built a relationship. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to make a decision. But so far, the story has been good. The times where I think the story's kind of lacking, it just kind of turns on its head, and I was like, "Oh crap, that's pretty interesting." Right now, I'm kind of in that like down part. It's kind of picking up a little bit.
Yeah.
But the beginning of this season was awesome and had me hyped up. And then,
season
yes,
4?
Yep. And then as the story went on, it kind of went down a little bit. Picked up, went down. So now it's kind of like on the downturn, but we'll see where it goes with it. But yeah, one of my favorite things to do now is I'm always trying to find enough time to watch it, or I bring my iPad to work so I can watch it on lunch, and stuff like that. So very, very good. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Nice.
Are you gonna find some other anime in the meantime, or are you gonna find after that?
I might, and if I do one, it's probably gonna be Hero.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Give it a chance. You will like it.
I think that's gonna be the next one.
It's a good choice.
How I started
in that show. It's really good. I like it.
How I started Attack on Titan, I was like, these guys were kind of talking about it. My employees, and I was like, maybe I won't. Maybe fine. Okay, now it's on the last season. Fine. And then all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but family came over to my house. My brother-in-law was in my room, kind of like watching TV, and he left it on Attack on Titan. I'll still remember the day. He left it on Attack on Titan, and it's the same day that it's this whole Ukraine war started. And I was kind of like watching it. It's probably like day 1 or day 2. And I was watching it, and then I went into bed, and I was gonna try to find something to watch, and then Attack on Titan's there. I'm like, you know what? I'll start it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I told you guys that I think it was probably one of these episodes where I was not ready for it. Like, it was super sad, super graphic, more than I'm used to for a cartoon. And it was kind of rough. Like, that beginning season was pretty fun.
Right.
Now that I look back at it, it was pretty fun because
you
didn't know where everything was going and stuff like that. And even season 2 too, when it shows like a different kind of Titan or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So very fun, and I'm having fun with this.
Pretty cool how like they developed a fighting technique against them. Like, I would have never thought of that. Like, in real life or in fiction, I would have never thought of that idea. Like, the way they fight them.
Sure.
with the, what do you call it? Like the repels and the
ODM gear.
grapple. Yeah, this guy knows. He knows everything about it now.
Yep.
I'm just a poser at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's pretty sweet, pretty cool.
But yeah, having a lot of fun with that. So that's it, though. That's my Nerdox.
Nice,
Tight.
nice.
Um.
Yeah, I want you to start academia. I really want to hear what you think about it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I will look forward to that.
Yeah, you might have remember when I talked about it for a while. I was like, "This is a real superhero stuff. They should learn from these guys." I thoroughly enjoy it a lot. It's probably one of my favorite animes of all time, or just
Can't
shows
beat.
of all time. And I'm curious to see what you'll think about it.
Yep, me too.
So,
All right, lots of nerding out, man. We all had a lot. That's good.
yeah, it was nice.
There's
It's
been a
cool.
few weeks there where like, it didn't do much for one thing or one thing I did that wasn't that great.
Yeah, yeah. It was just like I breathe. I'm alive. But
Yeah.
but I think. Do you guys want to talk about more of the deleted scene a little bit? Do you want to go a little in depth with it, or kind of like just like you guys loved it and you want more?
Yeah, like the latter.
The later. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'll take it or leave it. I like the scene. I It didn't blow me away like a lot of people did. I thought it was a good scene.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, again, it was well done, but it was. Yeah, I see why they took it out, because to me it just felt like the exact same scene with the Riddler, except him going no, 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 no in his little screaming voice, and then this was more like ha ha ha, I'm intrigued, tell me more. And I was just like,
Yeah.
it's kind of the same thing, doing the same thing twice. So I think it was smart to cut it out. And
Yeah.
in an almost 3 hour movie, those 5 extra minutes, got cut it back a little bit, and so we got to do something.
But I think it made the final scene less impactful because
Yeah.
to me the final Joker scene was kind of meaningless, and I thought that could have been cut if anything.
Sure.
But maybe not. Maybe I don't know. I'm torn on it, but there was
Yeah.
something interesting somebody said in one of the comments on that video.
Mhm.
They said that they could argue for it staying in the movie because after spoilers, I don't know how sensitive we are, but I'm gonna give you like 5 seconds for spoilers.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a part in the Batman where something happens to Alfred, and it would have made sense that Batman is pretty desperate, and maybe that's why he brings these case files to Joker.
Mhm.
And that was what they were saying is their argument for why they would like to keep this scene in the movie. But it's either way. I could see both ways.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I had the choice, I would keep the one like I would keep the scene that's in the movie, only because I like. Again, I kind of talked about how I feel about the Joker and stuff early in the episode, but I think it was kind of cool. Again, this little insinuation, hey, we should be friends. Let's team up and let's cause some havoc. And I thought that was a little more impactful for me personally when he was like, basically just kind of tell, hey, Sunshine, don't worry about it. Shit happens, but we'll get
Oh,
out
like
and
when he fails, you mean?
yeah, so
Okay.
I was like, okay, cool. That's kind of cool scene.
Yeah.
For me, again, I prefer it wasn't in there in general, but out of the two, I would definitely pick the one that's in there now over this scene personally.
Probably
Uh,
makes sense.
but that's just my take.
I liked it a lot, man. Like this came
Mhm.
out of nowhere for me. I took Elena out to this place where they have like bouncy stuff and all that, and all of a sudden I see that this came out. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this real? And I was just trying to watch it without listening to it, just so I could get like a feel for it, and it made me want to watch the movie again. These freaking bastards.
Yeah, I agree.
I do want to see the movie again, bad. But I am gonna wait. I am gonna wait until it comes out finally on
HBO.
HBO Max. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for it. This made me excited for it, and I want to see more. But it sounds like the next time we see Joker is going to be in HBO Max, the Arkham. So
The
the
Arkham
Arkham
show.
show. Yeah.
Is that
So
confirmed yet?
what? Arkham show?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or still like, okay, cool.
Yeah. That's why we're
Yeah.
not getting GCPD.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're getting more Joker instead. That's what I believe.
Well, okay.
I know.
No, it's fine, guys, because you need Joker in Batman's world. All right.
I don't think so.
Yes, you do.
I don't think so.
Yes, you do.
Oh.
He's the other side of Batman.
Yin and
Without
yang.
Batman, without Joker, there is no Batman.
I
So
don't no now
yes.
maybe because
Yes.
all the new writers made it that way, but he
No.
he did fine for many years.
No.
Yeah.
No. Anyway.
many
agree with
years.
Anyway.
Even the
years.
animated series, it wasn't the Joker and Batman show. It was Batman and he
But
doing his own
Joker had
stuff.
more episodes. Joker had more episodes.
Oh,
with
because
that.
Mark
But
Hamill.
anyway, we're gonna
But
leave
anyways.
that with Joker, and we're gonna get Joker more and probably in HBO Max, and then we're gonna get new villains in the movies. I think that's probably how it's gonna work, and then the final movie will probably have Joker. But yeah, I
Probably.
think that's what we're getting.
Yeah, we'll see how far this whole universe goes. Batman, I'm trying to think. On the whole, I think sells very well. Maybe not the last Schumacher movie, but yeah, since Michael Keaton's Batman, he's been really profitable, so they can probably take this
Oh yeah.
take this a long way. Again,
One
but
did well, right?
but how long? That's the real question. Again, like 3 movies and a couple TV shows, or 10 movies and 20 shows. Who knows? So
It'll never.
we'll see what happens.
Nothing will ever go that far. I don't think.
I don't know. I mean,
Like
never say never anymore. It's just one of those things. Because again, like, who would have thought we ever got an event like an actual Avengers movie?
Yeah.
That was like that was never like you
Well,
could never you could dream of it. It was never gonna happen.
let
And
alone
it
4
happens.
of them that involved like 30
Yeah.
characters at the end fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So we'll see what happens.
And that it
But
would
yeah,
be
no.
better than the comic itself that it's based on. I mean,
Yes.
the comic itself is good, but I enjoyed the movie more.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everything is
100%.
built.
Never say never.
Yes, so.
Again,
Again. Yeah. So that's kind of our
thanks.
thoughts on the Batman and the deleted scene of the Joker.
Joker.
Any other last comments, questions, or concerns about it, or anything you guys want to bring up?
Not me.
no, I kind of like how they're doing this, like the whole classic movie monster. The less you see, the more intriguing it is. So I can
Yeah.
dig with it. I'm fine with it. I want more of this now,
Sure.
Hell yeah.
right now.
That is.
I wonder.
fair.
I guess I just hope it doesn't take forever because this movie alone was delayed so much. I know it was COVID and stuff, but I don't know. Let's hope it's not too long.
True. True. Yeah. So, I guess that's gonna be it, fellow fans of nerd stuff. We are quickly approaching episode 100. We had this, I believe, is episode 99, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right.
I have thrown out an idea of like, what if we get drunk and do the 100th episode? I wouldn't mind doing a rewatchable inspired episode for the 100th episode, since we all, because again they inspired us without even knowing that they did, and we did kind of I guess vaguely model ourselves after them in some ways. We talked about that, I think, like an episode or 2 episodes ago. Yeah, again, we have at least a couple weeks to figure out. Maybe we want to do something special for the 100th episode, because the first 2 runs, I don't think we got out of the 30 episodes. Both runs. The fact that we're doing
30-ish.
yeah. So I mean, technically we're way past 100, but with this run where we've consistently been doing it. 100 episodes is a lot, and a lot of shows don't get past out of 10, 15, 20 episodes. Even celebrity people, they'll come in and do a little mini episode, like do 20 episode special and leave. I mean, to kind of keep doing this, I think it's pretty cool. So we'll figure something out. But just
do you think it would be like, if it was inspired by that, would it, I don't know, like, would it be a single film, or would it be more than a single film?
I mean,
like a series or something, a trilogy or something.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
Like for the 100th episode, we're kind of, I don't know, we're trying to brainstorm on the air. I don't know if it's a great idea, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we could pick like a movie that is maybe divisive between us three, and do some half-assed research and kind of talk about would we cast anything else. You know, again, like basically a inspired episode of the rewatchables, but us doing their stuff because we're all a big fan of those guys, and again, you know, they've had an impact on the show in some way, shape, or form. So, yeah, you know, again, just spitballing. We'll try to do something because 100 episodes is 100 episodes. It's a lot of episodes. So, anyways, guys, we're just spitballing on camera here, so you probably already left. But if you haven't, thank you for sticking around to the very, very end. If you want to follow us on socials, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on Instagram. 3 Nerds on a Sunday across the board. I should probably know the email by now, but I don't. Just contact us through Instagram if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you have a news article you want us to talk about, or questions. We're more active there. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, any podcast app of your choice. Just simply type in 3 Nerds on a Sunday and you're good to go. So thank you guys for another great episode. We will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.